guys, welcome back to VinceVellCUSTOMS. Today I'm sharing with you one of many updates of the next month of the Jersyefest Model Kit and Statue Fair show that is coming up in New Jersey in September, being September 13th through the 15th. I want to make sure I get all the information correct. It is going to be held at the Crown Plaza in Fairfield, New Jersey on Highway 46. Now, I'm going to give you a little bit of a rundown of what the Jersyefest show is all about. It's pretty much how it started, where it's going, what's going to be happening, and just give you everybody an idea of what's, what it's all about. Now, to give you, we're going to start from the beginning. Basically, Jersyefest was held at Dave's house, who's running the show, a couple years back. From what I understand, it was like he had maybe 3 or 4 guys come over his house one day, and they're all into the hobby. They love painting statues and kits, and they're all into all that sculpting and everything. So basically, it was a little get together. And I guess what they did is they had a lot of fun. They took pictures, and they just, just group of guys just having fun, just talking statues. And I guess the next year they said, well, can I invite a friend, or can I invite this guy? Can this guy come? Because I guess it was, word got out. So it became invite only. So the second year, I guess more people came. And then I think it was either the 3rd year or the 4th year I got an invite, because it was, and it was kind of like, wow, I was like, oh my God, I got invited, and I didn't know what to expect. So the rule was we all chip in for like a catered meal or dinner or whatever, and you would have to bring 3 paint-ups. Didn't matter what paint-ups they were, just bring 3 stuff that you painted up, whether it was a kit, a pre-painted statue that you customized or repainted. It didn't matter what kind of a kit it was. It could have been a monster kit, it could have been a Godzilla kit, it could be a superhero. They just said bring 3, it doesn't matter. So I was like, okay, so I brought 3 customs, So when I first get there, I know a couple of guys sort of from the past, but I don't really know too many of them yet. I just know through the forums, so I got to meet a lot of people personally, and it was just like an amazing experience. I mean, you can't get this kind of experience anywhere else. You're just in a house with people in the hobby, no pressure, no nothing, just talking statues and kits. So I'm walking and I see the basement. I don't know who's everybody, so I'm just introducing, talking to myself, and I'm just seeing like all these kits and statues all lined up at the basement, and it's just like too much to take in right away. So you just want to see everything right away, and you want to ask people, how'd you do this, how'd you do that, how'd you do that. So this is kind of like at the point where I was kind of started in the hobby business, but I wasn't really where I'm at now, because I was kind of in the middle. So put up my statues, and I'm just like looking, and there's like monster type stuff, there's Godzilla stuff, there's old movie type stuff, and they're all painted up, and they're all different styles. So you got dioramas, you got little miniature stuff, you got stuff with LEDs, and it's like it's just a slew of stuff that you only see at stuff like Wonderfest or all that type of shows. And it's kind of cool that it's kind of close to me, and it's just in the house of some guy that just loves the hobby. So I'm sitting there, I'm introducing myself, I'm talking to people, and I'm just like, I got my iTouch there, and I'm writing down everything that people are telling me, what type of glue they use, what type of tools they use, what kind of airbrush they're using, how do they do the LED lights, and I'm just like, I gotta get all this stuff because I just want to do all this stuff and start incorporating it into my customs. So, that first year was crazy. I went home, and I'm just like, it was just mind blown that this is like, I could learn all this stuff and everything. So I was invited the second year back, and it was even more people, more statues, and it was like, it's even more stuff going on, more people I'm meeting, and it's just even more information I'm soaking in. And I'm just like soaking as much information as I can, because you can learn a lot from videos, you can learn a lot from forums, but when you can sit there and you can talk to this person face to face, and you can see it in person, you can really get an idea of like, that's how it was done, or that's how you did it. Really cool, really good information. So I think the 3rd year I didn't make it because I had a major surgery, but then I was able to make it after that. So it got bigger and bigger every year, to the point where I think the last time, which was 3 years ago, or 2 years ago, yeah, 2 years ago, I think they had like 50 people or so at the house, or even more, and I think it just got way too big for his house, So when you have all these people at the house, in the basement was huge, but when you got so many people, it feels small. So they made an announcement saying they're going to hold Jersyefest as a regular show now. They're going to rent the hall. So it was held at a college last year. I forget the name of the college, but it was more South Jersey, or kind of west. And basically, It was really good, but it was just Friday was the classes and Saturday was just the show. But it was really great. A lot more people came to the show, met a lot more people in the hobby, and it was really cool because what Jersyefest is trying to do is they're trying to incorporate everything. They're not just limiting it to, like, you know, I guess like Wonderfest is like really a lot about kits and all about that stuff, but they don't have like, which a lot of people like what I do, like they're into the pre-paint stuff or they're into the customizing of, like, you know, Sideshow or Bowens or comic books. But Jersyefest is trying to incorporate everything. You know, Star Trek, Star Wars, monsters, Godzilla type stuff, miniatures, dioramas, superheroes, comic books, pre-painted statues, you know, supplies, tools, just trying to get everything for the hobby to incorporate everybody. So if you're into, you know, pre-paint statues, you know, superheroes, Star Trek, Star Wars, anything, Jersyefest is the show to go to. So, a little bit more about the show. Friday they're going to have the airbrush classes. Now, you know, maybe you want to pick up an airbrush and start learning and trying, you know, because maybe you're into pre-paint statues and you want to start repairing your statues because it chips instead of sending it to somebody. This is a golden opportunity to sign up for the class. You'll get an airbrush, you'll get supplies, you'll get a little compressor, and you'll get hands-on people with guys like Rick Cantu, Saul, Tom, Kenny, Jim Capone. I'll probably be there too helping out, and you'll be able to like learn basics. Then they might have, I think they're going to have advanced classes. They'll have like a female class where you learn how to paint females. So it's going to kind of cater to everybody. So if you're a parent or so and you're watching the video and maybe you want your son or daughter to, hey, why don't you go and try airbrushing? This is kind of something different than just, you know, doing an after-school activity or doing a sport. You know, maybe this is something to venture out to a little bit more creative and just see if they like it. Now, I'll be totally honest with you. Some people take the airbrush classes from the shows and they don't enjoy it, which is fine. At least you could say, I tried it. So, you know, you'll get the equipment and you can say, well, I'm not into it, I really don't want it. You can still try to get your money back by taking the equipment and putting it on eBay. Or you could put it in a paper, or maybe you know somebody who isn't into the hobby, you could give that stuff to them. So, you know, there's options. There's just trial and error and just experimenting and just trying new things in life. So, you know, what we're trying to do is bring people into the hobby more, because if the hobby keeps growing, you keep getting the new generation of people into it, it stays alive. So that's kind of what it's all about. Now, I will also be having a table at the show. So Saturday and Sunday, my goal is I'll be selling a lot of custom statues. Now, I have a lot of custom statues I'm looking to get done, and I'm working non-stop all day long. I'm working on commissions, and I'm working on stuff for the Jersyefest show. So far, I'm almost at the 30 mark of customs, and I'm not showing them off because it's kind of like I want to just like show them at the show, and it's first come, first serve. I'm going to be setting up an iPad where I can actually scan like credit cards into the PayPal account. So I'm trying to, like, you know, I know a lot of people won't bring cash, but they might see something they want. So it's kind of like I just want to see how the show works, because this is kind of becoming a career for me, because as in the past I said I was working advertising, but the way the economy is going, nobody's making new businesses, nobody wants to advertise, so it's kind of hard to be a graphic designer when nothing's out there anymore. So this is kind of what's keeping me afloat, and I'm enjoying it, and I really want to make it work. I figure you only live once, let's see what I can do with it. So, half of the table is going to be all like, basically I'm going to have all customs and stuff to sell. So to give you an idea of what I'm going to have, this is just 3 items, you know, just kind of like what I came up with so far. So, right here is an anime kit that I had a long time ago. I figured, you know what, let me customize this anime kit, so I made it into a Miss Marvel, as you can kind of see. So, you know, it's just something I did for fun, and I had laying around, so I just figured let me just do that. Another item that I'm going to have up for grabs is this Wonder Woman bust that I made. Now, this is a Kiani Moore statue that I got damaged a long time ago, so I added her to this base, and it was just something, just a little fun that I did. And then I also have a bunch of Joker heads from Sideshow Premium Format. I was able to get hands on a bunch of damaged ones throughout the last couple months. So what I did is I made a bunch of different Joker heads. So this is just one of them, just to give you an idea what I'm doing, is I took the Joker head and I created a Cousin Eddie hat from Christmas Vacation movie. So I thought it would be kind of funny to have like the Cousin Eddie hat. And each one's going to have like a custom base, you know. So I'm gonna have like 8 Joker heads there, all different with these custom bases. So that's kind of like some stuff I have at my table. Give you an idea. And the other half of my table, what I'm doing is I have a lot of damaged statues, broken heads, bodies, hands, legs, feet, stuff from Sideshow, Bowen, Moore. I just have like 3 bins. I mean, like literally, like, you know, a bin like this big, like, you know, like this big and like this wide and stuff of just broken parts. 3 of those. I got a bunch of Bowen statues that are all damaged. So, you know, if you come for the airbrush classes and you want to learn how to paint afterwards, but you don't want to spend $40 on an item or $100 on a kit, and you want to like practice, I'm going to have like cheap stuff to sell. So that's kind of like what I'm trying to do is anyone new to the hobby that kind of wants to practice, I'll be the guy to come to where you can have some really cheap stuff to kind of, you know, stuff. But there'll be other people there too that's selling like, you know, little sculpts, little kits, like one of a kind stuff that they do, their own little style stuff they come up with. So there'll be kits there for people. I'll have damaged stuff if you want to just learn how to customize and you want like a broken Bowen item, but you want to just kind of mess around with it. I'm looking to get rid of all this stuff. Just want to blow it all out. So that's what I'm going to have. And then Saturday night there is going to be I'm going to be hosting a little superhero party where I'm going to do some demonstrations on, like, you know, superhero kits, how I kind of do spandex or metallics. I'm trying to come up with some ideas. I got a month to get some stuff together. If people are going to the show, feel free to leave some comments on this video saying, oh, I'd love to see how you do this, or how you do this, how you do that. And I'll see if I can get these things set up for this little, like, after party on Saturday night. That's all open to people who pay for a ticket. And they say seats are limited, so I don't know if the room will be so packed, or I don't know all this stuff, but I'll give in more information as I get it. But maybe you're not into superhero stuff. Maybe you're into the sci-fi stuff more, like, you know, Star Wars, Star Trek and stuff. There's going to be a sci-fi party that night as well. So they're not just limiting to, like, if you're only superheroes, that's all they got. They're going to have other stuff too. And throughout the show, I think they're going to have seminars where, you know, like at 1 o'clock in this room, there's going to be a seminar of this professional guy is doing this, or there's going to be a seminar of this at 2 o'clock with this guy doing this. So it's going to be a really good show. Lots of stuff are going on. The whole bottom of the hotel first floor is rented out for the show. So it's not like you're going to go into one room, ballroom, and that's it. There's going to be stuff all over the place. So, like, if you come to the show, which I hope you do, and just like go throughout the whole hallway, check out everything, you know, come by, say hi to me if you're looking to ask anything and all that stuff. So I'll be doing some more updates. I got a lot of customs that are behind the camera right now that I'm looking at that are going to be up for grabs. Like I said, it's all going to be debuted at the show. I'm going to be looking to get rid of some personal stuff, and that's pretty much what's going on. But, you know, that's pretty much what the show is so far. I'm going to be doing some more updates. Maybe I'll do some more sneaks. Maybe around before the show, I'll gather all the stuff that I'm ready to sell, give a quick video of all that stuff that's up for grabs. And then after the show, I'll do my regular 360 videos of each item and all that stuff on the channel. So that's the first Jersyefest update. Give you guys an idea of what's going on. Hopefully we'll see you there. And we'll come up with some more updates throughout the month. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.